Hello friends, welcome to Tutorials. In this video, I'm going to start a new series called Flask Tutorial. In this video tutorial, you will learn complete Flask tutorial starting from beginning to the project level. So first, this is the first video in which you will learn what is Flask. So the question is, what is Flask? Flask is a microwave framework of Python. So what is this? This one is a microwave framework. This is not any programming language, but the actual programming language is Python, and this is framework of Python which can be used to develop website. As you know, Python is one of the most popular programming language, and this Flask is one of its framework. As you know that apart from this Flask, there is another framework, and that is Django framework. That one is also very popular. But in this series, I'm not going to cover that Django framework. Rather, we will be learning how to use Flask for developing any website. Flask is developed by admin Rancher, who leads an international group of Python enthusiasts, which is short called POCO. And it is based on WSGi toolkit and Jinja template. The actual programming language, as I mentioned before, is Python. And in this, we will be using a templating programming language, and we will be also using a template which is called Jinja template. And what is this WSGi? This works as a bridge between server and Python code. So whatever programming language you will be writing in Python, first it will be checked or handled by WSGi, and then it will be forwarded to server. Let's see in detail. So what is WSGi? WSGi is a specification that describes the communication between web servers and Python web application or framework. As I mentioned before, this works as a bridge. This works as a the communication between server and Python application or framework. It explains how a web server communicates with Python web application or framework, and how a web application can be chained for processing the request. That means what? When you write any Python application, for example, if you're writing any code in Flask, then your Flask code is not directly processed by the server. First, it is referred to WSGi, then WSGi decides that how it will be forwarded to the actual server, and how the request will be handled, and how the application can be queued and sent to the server. So this whole task is handled by WSGi. So this is the illustration through which you can understand. Here you can see this is the Python application. That means was either Django or Flask. You have written here some code. Okay. Then directly you are not passing it to here, to the server. Rather, you are passing it to WSGi. Okay. So as I mentioned before, this works as a bridge between the Python application and web server. And on the contrary of this, when user send any request to the server, then server doesn't directly process your Python application. What it does it do? It is handled by first WSGi, then it is WSGi which decides that which application should be called called and when the application should be called, and also what should be the preferences, and what should be which application should be called later. So this is how this works. Once again, I'm repeating here, the Python application is not processed directly by the server. Rather, first it is handled by WSGi, which is like a bridge, and then it is forwarded to here. Similarly, if the client sends request, then it doesn't go directly to the Python. Rather, the server first sends the request to WSGi. The WSGi handles, and then finally it goes to the Python application. So this is how this WSGi works. Now we will see what is Jinja2 template. Jinja2 is a popular template engine for Python. In this Flask template engine, we will be using this Jinja2 template. A web template system combines a template with a certain data source to render the dynamic pages. That means what? You are not directly writing the code in Python. You will be writing, of course, all the logic will be handled by the Python. But for showing, for view purpose, that means the user will be whatever you will be writing in view section. In view section, there is also some programming, and that programming is handled by certain template engine, and in Python we will be using Jinja2 template engine. So guys, that's it in this introduction section. In the next video we will be starting to pipe this Flask application. So stay connected and see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.